In this podcast episode, host Michael Franis interviews Dr. Stephen Greer, a prominent UFO disclosure advocate and retired physician, about the complex realities behind UFOs, extraterrestrials, and deep government secrecy. The discussion touches on hidden technologies, conspiracies involving elite power structures, historical political interference, and the potential for a manufactured alien invasion intended to manipulate global populations. Dr. Greer shares insights from his decades-long involvement with whistleblowers, classified information, and efforts aimed at disclosing suppressed knowledge. Dr. Greer begins by clarifying widespread confusion about UFOs and aliens, emphasizing that most UFO sightings are actually advanced, man-made, anti-gravity craft developed covertly by defense contractors such as Northrop Grumman and Lockheed Skunk Works. He explains that while about 20% of these objects may have genuine extraterrestrial origins, another category involves extra-dimensional phenomena manipulated or faked by clandestine military psychological operations to induce fear of an alien threat. The technologies powering these craft exploit zero-point energy and space-time manipulation far beyond current public science, enabling near-instantaneous travel through dimensions. According to Dr. Greer, government secrecy surrounding UFO technology is deeply intertwined with criminal enterprises involving military-industrial corporations, intelligence agencies, and international actors. These covert programs have functioned independently of presidential or congressional oversight for decades, diverting trillions of dollars from official budgets. Whistleblowers from the CIA, Department of Defense, and aerospace firms have come forward with detailed information, revealing human rights abuses, including the capture and torture of living extraterrestrial beings retrieved from downed spacecraft. Dr. Greer frames the entire situation as a massive racketeering operation exploiting fear and misinformation. The conversation delves into historical episodes where attempts at disclosure were thwarted by powerful interests. Dr. Greer recounts that Wernher von Braun, the former Nazi rocket scientist brought to the U.S. under Operation Paperclip, warned on his deathbed that an alien threat was being fabricated as a hoax to push a fascist and totalitarian global agenda. The assassinations of President John F. Kennedy and Marilyn Monroe are linked to efforts to uncover this secret UFO program, which Eisenhower had lost control over in the late 1950s. The military-industrial complex, including figures like Alan Dulles, allegedly blocked any transparency to maintain their ultra-secret projects. Dr. Greer discusses the complicated relationship between UFO disclosures and U.S. presidents. While presidents like Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, and Donald Trump have been briefed on the existence of extraterrestrials and secret technologies, they are often denied full access by shadowy internal factions. Obama's acknowledgments of aliens were deliberately ambiguous, reflecting his limited clearance and political caution. Trump, according to Dr. Greer, possesses extensive information and has taken steps, such as executive orders, to uncover and disclose classified materials, but faces significant internal resistance from entrenched interests aiming to preserve the status quo. A key topic is the alarming possibility that a false flag alien invasion could be orchestrated using the sophisticated, man-made UFO technologies currently in secret military hands. Dr. Greer warns that such an operation would serve to unite global populations under a manufactured common enemy, facilitating the establishment of a totalitarian world government. This strategy, described in classified CIA documents dating back to the 1950s, has been pursued for decades to justify massive military budgets and centralized power. The host highlights the parallels to historical false flag events like the Gulf of Tonkin incident and 9/11. The podcast explores the involvement of a shadowy elite consortium comprising corrupt corporate, financial, military, and intelligence figures who maintain control over these secret programs. Dr. Greer mentions high-level operatives, including some former vice presidents and intelligence officials, who have direct knowledge of and participation in these covert activities. Attempts to recruit him with billions of dollars were rejected, underscoring the cult-like insularity and sociopathic nature of these groups. The discussion also suggests links or parallels to other conspiracies, such as those surrounding Jeffrey Epstein, where unaccountable power structures influence world events beyond public reach. Dr. Greer provides descriptions of extraterrestrial beings, noting they have humanoid features such as heads, 2 arms, and 2 legs, but with substantial biological differences like exoskeletons or combined heart-lung organs. He stresses that these entities are not hostile. On the contrary, they have shown extraordinary patience despite ongoing abductions and aggression by covert human factions. Communication with these beings occurs via quantum entanglement and consciousness-based methods rather than speed-of-light transmissions. His organization runs civilian programs designed to facilitate peaceful contact and expand understanding of these advanced civilizations. The discussion turns to the transformative potential of energy and propulsion technologies derived from reverse-engineered extraterrestrial craft. Zero-point energy devices could eliminate reliance on fossil fuels and nuclear power, ending pollution and poverty while driving a new age of prosperity. However, entrenched economic interests tied to existing energy systems aggressively block such disclosures. Dr. Greer recounts examples like the Booga sphere, a 12,560-year-old extraterrestrial free energy artifact still under civilian scientific study despite attempted thefts, as evidence of ancient advanced technologies awaiting open research. Throughout the interview, Dr. Greer stresses the urgency for comprehensive disclosure and oversight reforms. He calls on whistleblowers within secret programs to come forward, assuring them legal protection supported by constitutional arguments that illegal secret programs cannot be shielded by national security laws. His group has provided extensive documentation to congressional committees, law enforcement, and the executive branch, pushing for a full investigation and accountability. The situation's complexity involves classified information, political risk, and the looming possibility of catastrophic incident or false flag. Toward the end, host Michael Franis adds a personal and religious perspective, acknowledging the tension between traditional Christian doctrine, which does not mention extraterrestrial life, and the possibility that God could have created other beings beyond humanity. He appreciates Dr. Greer's extensive experience, but remains cautious due to the lack of definitive public evidence. Michael highlights the importance of remaining open-minded while critically assessing information and notes the role of faith alongside scientific inquiry in understanding humanity's place in the universe.